Hey guys, so today I'm filming my first update for the 50 Shades of Purple project pan. I will be rolling out 3 products from this project and replacing them with 3 new products because I put in a lot of toning shampoos and conditioners and such for blonde hair. But now that I have like red and pink hair, I don't really need those anymore. So I will be rolling them out, but I will be rolling in 3 new products in place of them. So the first one I'm rolling out is this Cara Color conditioning toner. I didn't really use it at all. And then I have the Kendra Violet Mask. I did use it once. And the last product I'm rolling out are the Blonde Ale shampoo and conditioner from Dry Bar. Again, I will not be using them now that I'm not blonde anymore. I don't know if I'll go back to being blonde. I liked the color a lot, but I didn't really like seeing my roots and like my black roots come out. I didn't think it looked very good. Now that I have red hair, as you can see, I do have my roots coming out, but I feel like it looks a lot more normal. I will be coloring my the part closest to my roots a darker red so that it blends in better, but I do think like the black and red combination still looks a lot better than black and blonde. So yes, I'll be rolling those 3 products out, and the products I'm rolling in instead are this Ulta Beauty nail polish remover. I don't wear a lot of nail polish, but I do have a nail polish in this project. I am wearing it today, but it's horribly chipped. I put it on like a week ago, and I definitely need to take it off and reapply it. But I actually, a part of me, like the 13-year-old in me, kind of likes it. This was my aesthetic when I was 13 to 15, like chipped dark nails. That's what I used to like. I don't know, but yeah, I want to finish this off. Then the second product I'm rolling in is this John Frieda Frizz Ease like leave-in serum. I don't have a lot left. It's like right around here. I used to use this when I had black hair, but I haven't tried it since I have started coloring my hair. I'm not sure how it would act on colored hair because a lot of serums and especially creamier hair products behave a lot differently on bleached hair than they do on non-bleached hair. But we'll see. I think it should be fine. And then the last product I'm rolling in are actually 2 samples. I'm counting them as 1 because I don't think I'll get a lot of use out of each of them. Both are from Derma Doctor. One is the vitamin C peel pad, so that's a 1-use thing. And this one is an eye cream, but it does have SPF in it. And I'm actually really interested in this. If it doesn't irritate my eyes, I might end up purchasing it because I always want to put sunscreen near my eyes, but most sunscreens I have tried do end up irritating my eyes, so we'll see. If it ends up working, I'll be really happy. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but there is one toning product that I didn't roll out, and that's because I ended up finishing it, and that's the Punky Color like purple shampoo. Yeah, I got like 2 uses out of it. I do end up using quite a bit of it each time I wash my hair because I want to coat like each strand properly so that like the whole bit gets toned. And yeah, I ended up finishing that off before I went red. So yes, that's done. Then there was like these the One shampoos and conditioners. I wasn't sure whether they were toning conditioners or if they were for colored hair. Turns out these are for colored hair. However, I don't think they're very good because I have used like 1 shampoo and 2 conditioner. Well, 1 conditioner packet and a third of a conditioner packet up, but this ended up like taking a lot of my hair color off. Like, I don't know if you can see, but like the top part of my hair, like my crown, that's like very light pink now. Now, I did make a mistake when coloring my hair, and that part was like a reddish pink to begin with, instead of being as red as the rest of my hair, because I didn't keep color on there long enough. However, it wasn't this light. Like, this color does leak a lot as soon as I wet my hair, but this made it like come out horribly. So I don't think this is the best shampoo and conditioner for colored hair, at least for like bright red hair. So I'm not sure whether I'd be using up the 4 other sample packs I have of the shampoo. I will use the conditioner because I actually really like the conditioner. It's very thin, but it spreads really well, but it's also very moisturizing. I really liked how my hair felt with it, but the shampoo, I'm not sure if I can use on my hair. I mean, it's just not the best color care shampoo. I didn't really use any of the other shampoos or conditioners in this project, so I won't be sharing any more of that. I have one body care item that I have progress on, and that's the Dr. Teals body wash. I was right there when I started off. Now I'm here. I do go through body wash a lot more quickly in like summer. Now that, well, not now, but in October it's going to cool off here in New York, so I'll probably not make as much progress on it, but I still think I'll probably end up finishing it off before the end of this year anyways. And then I do have like one of the nose strips I used up. I know these are not good for you, but it's fine. I only have one more left of this. It was okay. I don't think it's the best nose strip, but it's also not very harsh on the skin, so you know, it's still good. And then I did use up one of the foundation samples. This took a lot of uses to use it up. There isn't like a lot of product in each sample, but I also don't use a lot of product to like on my face regularly because I do like a lighter coverage usually. I ended up mixing the 2 medium shades. One was too, like this one was too dark, this one was too pink, so I ended up mixing them together, and I also mixed in like a yellow foundation adjuster. Then I mixed all of this one with a little bit of this one and more of the yellow corrector, and then I ended up mixing these two, like the darkest shades, together as bronzer. I ended up using that as like a bronzer 8 times or something, so that took a lot of uses to finish those off. I have decided that for now I'm not going to be using like the darker shades of the foundations and concealers, because I do have another really dark concealer I'm using as a bronzer in another project, and that project ends sooner. So I think for now I'll just focus on that product, and I'll just keep the darker shades untouched. After that product is like I've met my goal on that, I might come back and try to use up the darker samples, but my main goal is just to use up the lighter samples, or the ones that match my skin tone. Then let me get some of the easier things out of the way. I have used this one twice. I'm also wearing it today. I mixed it with this one because this one was too coral and this one was too mauve for this eye look. And then for this tinted lip balm, that's all I have left. I could have finished it off, but I put like 4 different tinted lip balms in my Throwback 30 project, as well as like a clear glossy oily thing, as well as a clear lip balm. So I am overloaded on tinted lip balms. I am working on them 2 at a time, like 3 at a time. 1 clear lip balm and 2 colored ones, just so I can have some progress. But yeah, I will definitely be done with that one by next update. I like that one the best because it smells the nicest. It's like a fruity smell, but it's not overwhelming. It smells like fruit candy, basically. Anyways, then we have the eyeshadows. I have way too many eyeshadows in this project. I have way too many eyeshadows in all projects. I have written them down, like, since a lot of the eyeshadows have usage goals on them. So the first one, the one from the Natasha Denona palette, the Xena shade right here, this one I've only used once. I think I'll actually take it out of this palette and put it in with my singles because I think I'll get more use out of it that way. I have tried that eyeshadow, like, I haven't tried that eyeshadow since I have colored my hair red, so I'm not sure how it's going to look, but I have found that if I pair purples with blues, they end up looking good with my red hair. Or if I go for like plummy shades with reds, those are the two types of purple looks I can wear. Everything else, like true purple looks on their own, or like pinky purples on their own, look horrendous with my hair. So I'll probably be sharing that lavender shade with more cool toned eyeshadows. Then we have the other depotted stuff. The Juvia's Place matte eyeshadow, this one I only used 3 times. And then the Juvia's Place metallic eyeshadow, this one I used 4 times. I think this one I was more worried about with this hair, but this actually ended up looking nicer because it's on the eyes, it looks like a true purple, so it still looks nice, but this one pulls so pink, like the matte pulls so pink that it's just not the best look. Like, it just clashes with my hair a lot, so I might end up just putting that matte purple on hold until I like decide to change my hair color, or I might try to pair it with more blues and reds to see whether I can come up with a look that I like with my hair. Then we have the e.l.f. duo. I used it once, I didn't bring it with me. It still looks the same, I only used it once. And it was a really nice look, I loved it. I'm sure I'll like that look with this hair too, so that's fine. Then we have the 3 eyeshadows from Josie Maran. So the lavender one, this one, I only used once. I think I actually used it with the matte purple, like the Juvia's Place one, this one. I paired them together. They look really nice, especially with my blonde hair. It'll still look nice with my red hair because it's barely purple, so it'll be fine. Then we have the dark purple shade, the grayish one. I only used this 5 times. I mostly used it to deepen up eye looks. I have actually used it since going red, and again, it's not purple enough to clash with my hair, so that's fine. Then the champagne shade. This one I've used the most. I have used it 14 times. I don't know if you can see, but I already have a dip on it. I've actually tried it as a face highlighter. I don't think I'm wearing any highlighter today, but I have tried it as a face highlighter and it actually looks okay. It's a bit more icy on me since I still have my tan on, but I think when my tan wears off, it'll look fine. I'm not very diligent with tanning, so I do change colors very often. Then we have this palette. This palette has been through things. I did so much to this palette. I think I'll just go, this is what it's looking like right now. I'll go through them one by one just so I don't miss anything. So this one, my goal is to finish it off. I have used it probably 6 times. I've used it a couple of times as like a natural eyeshadow, a couple of times as a blush topper, and I have actually tried it as a highlighter. It works, but it looks more icy than I like. Not even icy, it just looks pink, and that's not a highlighter that looks very natural on me. I used it twice when I was wearing the purple cream blush, and it looked nice paired with that, but even with pink blushes it just looks kind of odd. I like it better as a blush topper, but I will probably end up wearing it as a highlighter when I do pull for the purple cream blush. Then I have this plum shade. I've used this one like 4 times probably. Again, my goal is to use it up. I'm not very diligent about tracking uses of products that I want to finish off, just because I feel like it doesn't really matter. So these are guesses. I'm pretty sure I've used it at least 4 times, might have been more than that. I have paired it with reds mostly, and it looks nice. It deepens up the look without making it too purple when I do pair it with reds, but then again, when I pair it with like purples, it keeps the look purple, so I like it. And then this one, I actually met my goal on it. My goal was to hit pan on this mauve transition shade, and I ended up doing that. This one I've probably used at least 20 times, probably more than that. I have actually worn eyeshadow almost every day during the last month, like since my intro to this project. I missed 2 days, but then again, 3 of the days that I wore makeup, I ended up doing my makeup twice because I was just really inspired apparently. But yeah, I have used this for every purple look I've done, every reddish or pinkish look I've done, blue looks, even cool toned neutrals or mauve neutrals, like anything that's not green or yellow leaning, I have paired this with, and I really like it. Even after hitting pan on it, I've still used it, and I'm sure I'll continue using it. It's one of my favorite transition shades in my collection. Then we have this green shade. There is only a tiny bit left of it. My goal was to finish it off. I didn't use it up as an eyeshadow. I think I used it as an eyeshadow once only. I have actually used it to franken a bronzer. This is what it looks like. This was the Body Shop face powder that I was using as a bronzer that I put in my Throwback 30 project. It was very red toned, like a reddish orangish tone. I used to only use it blended into my blush, but I wanted to try to make it more of a like olive brown bronzer, and so I mixed in this green and a little bit of face powder and a little bit of this one. Most of this one broke and fell off, but a little bit of this one and then a little bit of this one, and it created the perfect shade, the perfect slightly olive bronzer, but it was a bit too dark. And what I should have done, since the color and undertone was perfect, I should have just mixed in like a translucent powder or something, but instead I mixed in like the light matte pink eyeshadow that's in my Tiny Pans project pan, and that neutralized the light, like the slight olive in it, and made it more of a contour shade basically. This is like a very natural contour shade, but it's not a bronzer, it's a contour shade. I don't know what to do. I'm considering refrankening it to make it a little bit warmer and a little bit more olive, but I don't know. I have been using it mixed in with a warmer bronzer so far, and and I like that. I might continue doing that, but it might just be easier for me to refranken it. But another problem is there's like a lot of product in there, and I'm afraid that if I refranken it, it's going to make even more product, and that'll take a long time to finish off. But if I'm mixing it with another bronzer, it's still going to take a long time to finish it off. So I'm not sure what I'm going to end up doing with it. But yeah, that's where all of that green went. Then, like, let's skip to here. As I said, I used a little bit of this in the bronzer, in the Franken bronzer, but most of this ended up breaking off and falling down. And since it fell on the floor, I just trashed it. There's still a decent amount left. I've used it like probably once or twice. It's a nice dark pearly eyeshadow. I usually prefer mattes, like darker mattes, but this still looks nice sometimes. This one I have used once as an eyeshadow. This one I have used probably twice as an eyeshadow. This one I haven't really used because I was using so many other things. Then this one is very exciting. I have hit pan on it. I hit pan on it after using it 10 times. This is like the 4th shade from the Josie Maran palette, and apparently I did a horrible job at repressing it because it's a very crumbly. I don't know if you can see, but there's a thick layer of product in there. It's just very crumbly. Every time I dip my brush into it, more and more crumbles off, and even if I accidentally hit this palette or something, more and more product crumbles off. So I don't know if I should repress it or what. We'll see. Now, since I have hit pan on it, I will count it as my goal met, since that was my goal for this one. But once I have met my goals on or finished off some of the other dark eyeshadows in this project and in other projects, I might come back to it and use it. It's a nice eyeshadow. It works well with purples as well as blues and reds and anything in that family. So I might come back to it, but since I have so many eyeshadows I'm working on, for now I'll consider it my goal met. Then we have this guy. This is the other shimmery brown. I've used some of it in the bronzer as well. That one I like less than this one, so I kind of wish this was the one that fell on the floor instead of this one, but it's still okay. It's a reddish, it has a reddish undertone, so it blends really well with reds and like some cranberry tones that I'm drawn to now. So I'll use it. It'll take a while, but I will use it. Then I have this one. I'm using it as my brow bone highlight almost every time I remember to highlight my brow bone, since I ended up using the matte light pink in this, and I'm taking a break from the matte brow bone highlight from my eyeshadow experiment. This is the only matte brow bone highlight I'm working on right now, so it's getting used every day. I don't really focus on the middle of the pan. I don't care to hit pan on it quicker than normal. I'm just using it all over. So I have made visible progress. I don't think you can tell, but there is a dip in it, but we'll hit pan when we hit pan. This taupey matte I've used twice, I think. I did a smoky eye with it, and then I did a more natural eye with it. And then these two are in my Throwback 30 project, so I just took them out of the palette. So that's why it looks so crazy. And then this brown I've used twice, I believe. So there's those. And then there's this one. This is the taupey shade that was over here. This one I made a Franken shadow with. There's still a little bit left, but that bit cracked and crumbled, so it's now a mess. This eyeshadow on its own doesn't really repress very well, so I might just end up crushing it up and using it as a loose eyeshadow. I have used this shade 4 times already since making the first Franken shadow. Like this shade on its own I have used 4 times, but yeah, there's still a lot left. And then there's also this bit. This is the Reddish Brown. As I said, this didn't fall on the floor, this just crumbled up in the pan, so I was able to save it. Since it's in a project, I'll use this up, but I really do wish that this was the bit that fell on the floor and the other brown stayed in the palette, because this is a very, like, this particular brown is very dark, so it's very hard to use. Then let me show you the Franken eyeshadow that I made. It's this one right here. I made it, as I said, with that taupey shimmer, mid-tone taupey shimmer from this palette, and then I used 3 eyeshadows from my Tiny Pan That palette, like the Ammo palette. So let me give you a swatch. It's kind of sheer. Like, all of the Urban Decay eyeshadows are very pigmented, but because that taupey shade was very sheer, the overall eyeshadow is a bit sheer. But I don't know if you can tell, it's very close to Urban Decay Chopper, which I used in this Franken, but it's a bit less orangey or a bit less coppery, and it has like a taupey bronzy undertone, and then it has that silvery shimmer and glitter particles. It's actually really pretty. I've used it on my eyes once since making this, and I like it. Like, I don't know if you can see, but like the shimmer in it is very nice. I layer it on top of glitter glues just because it does have that glittery effect from, like, I used some of the Smog shade, some of the, what's it called, Chopper and Polyester Bride. So it has the glitter from Polyester Bride and Chopper in it. So if I don't use a glitter glue, it will probably have a lot of fallout on my face. So I have already tried it with a glitter glue. I'm not sure how it'll work without one, but it's fine. I have a glitter glue. I keep it handy because I'm working on a lot of glitter shades as well. I do have, I think I have this highlight shade on my brow bone, but everything else is very blue. This look was actually inspired by RM from BTS. It's his birthday, and I did this look inspired by his hair and his glittery blue mic. It ended up, like, I ended up putting on some actual glitter from ColourPop on top, because the indie glitter, like the indie sparkler I used, was more purple than I realized. So yeah, it's really nice. It has like some Urban Decay eyeshadows and some indie eyeshadows as well. I really like it, and I didn't really want to put this on Instagram because I don't know, it's like, what would I write there? Like, this look is inspired by RM's hair and mic. Do you like it? That sounds weird. But at the same time, I liked the look so much that I wanted to document it. So here it is. At the end of this video, I'm sharing it with you. I did it inspired by RM. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you liked this update. I will try my best to keep a monthly update schedule up for this project. I cannot guarantee anything, and honestly, I'm pretty slow at making progress on products, even though I have worn eyeshadow like many times, almost every day during the last month. That's not a guaranteed thing. I've had the time to do it, so I've done it, but I'll probably be very busy during October, so especially like the first part of October, so I don't know if I will be able to make that much progress on my eyeshadows. I'll definitely not make that much progress on base products, because even when I do my eyeshadow, I don't wear other makeup products, so we'll see. Now, as far as the other products in this project are concerned, I have not really made any visible progress, so I'm not sharing those. Like, I've used the face scrub a few times, I've used the body scrub a few times, but they don't have visible progress on them, so I'm not sharing those. I'll probably share some of those items when I finish them off, and others I'll share when I have visible progress to show you. But yeah, that's all for today. I hope you liked this update, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye guys.